Yo, what up, everyone? What up, everyone? What up, everyone? Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank, and welcome to Horror Sundays, episode 28, guys. What's up? How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Just give me a second right now. I'm gonna put the link in my Instagram stories right now. Just give me a second right now. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I'm gonna get on the comments right now. Hold on, give me a second, everyone. Please give me a second. This takes a minute sometimes. My other phone kind of sucks. Let me see. Let's see if it works on this one. How's everyone doing though? How's everyone doing? Let me know how you guys spent your 4th of July weekend. Let me know how everyone spent their 4th of July weekend. What y'all do? What y'all do? Did you guys blow up any fireworks and stuff with your family and stuff like that? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know right there, guys. Please let me know right there. Let me know, guys. Let me know. All right, y'all. So what's up? Let's keep smashing that thumbs up, guys. Let's get it up to 14, everyone. Let's get it up to 14. Let me show off some of my masks, too. So let me start with the comments right here. Let me start with the comments. Apple Ricky says, what's up, dude? How you doing, Apple Ricky? Glad to see you here again. As always, another week here at Hollywood Horror Film Club. Glad to see you're doing okay, Apple Ricky. Dr. Jumba Jukiba says, hi, my name is Megatron. How you doing, Dr. Jumba? Hey, speaking of that, I've been watching the Transformers movies. I like the first three the best with Sam Witwicky. After Sam disappeared from the movies, it just, I don't know, it just like felt like they were missing something, you know? And oh yeah, I also heard news that we'll get into that right now in a bit. We'll get into that right now in a bit. But yeah, Dr. Jumba says the Minecraft movie is now on HBO Max. Oh, I know that's quick, right? Movies come out so fast nowadays. When I was growing up, movies would come out like probably like 6, 7, 8 months after the theater release, you know? That way they had time to tinker around with the DVD and the special features and all that stuff. But they don't do that no more because everything just gets released to streaming now right away. Let me see. Apple Ricky says, so I finished writing my horror short film called Mickey Massacre. I need to get props, cast people in local forest. Yes, you do, Apple Ricky. It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be fun. Like, you asked me on Instagram, like, how much do I invest in making these fan films? And like I told you, most of the time, it's usually like $100 to $200, you know? Pretty much. That's pretty much what I spend sometimes. Unless I already have props lying around, then I'll probably spend more money on makeup and effects, you know? Since I have a bunch of Michael Myers masks, I don't really need to buy those. You know, I would just need to buy more fake blood and makeup. But since you're doing something totally brand new, original, then you're going to need a lot of things, you know. But yeah, usually it's about like $100, $200 for some cheap blood, cheap masks, you know. And then make sure you have a lot of friends, you know, that are down to help you. Dr. Jumba says, say hi to Optimus Prime. He is in the live chat. What's up, Optimus Prime? How you doing, Optimus Prime? How you doing? Glad to see you. Glad to see you, Optimus Prime. Hell yeah. There was someone else that used to come in here that said Darth Vader was also in the chat and say hi to him. Ross Bolin says hi. What's up? What's up, Ross Bolin? How you doing? How you doing, Ross Bolin? If you're new here to the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 28. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, right there, Ross Bolin, please. Please, Ross Bolin, please smash the thumbs up. Get us up to 15, please, man, please. So more people could join us here on this live stream. Ghost Rider Reddit says, what's up? How you doing, Ghost Rider Reddit? How you doing? Glad to see you here again on another Horror Sundays, bro. Hell yeah. Glad to see you again. Apple Ricky says, I need someone tall to play Mickey and 3 girls and 1 boy. Yeah, you gotta ask around your school, you know? Ask all your friends in the drama club and stuff like that, you know? Start asking around. My characters are Mickey, of course, and there's Anime Brooke and James and Alice. That's cool. I would use some of my classmates like from drama last year. There you go. You see, there you go, Apple Ricky. There you go. Robbie DVD says, I'm a big fan. Awesome. Thank you so much. Or you're a big fan of me, or you're a big fan of horror movies. I'm going to assume horror movies. So, but either way, what's up, Roy? Robbie DVD, how you doing? If you're new here to the channel, please like and subscribe. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today's Horror Sundays, episode 28. My name is Frank. Please keep smashing the thumbs up right there, everyone. Please. Dr. Jumba says, was he in it? Who was in it? Well, what do you mean, Dr. Jumba? What are you talking about? The guy who used to tell me to say hi to Darth Vader? Luke Skywalker? He hasn't been here in a while. Ghost Rider says, I am more sad. Why, Ghost Rider? Why are you always sad, bro? Why are you always sad? And give me a second, guys, while I put the link in my Instagram bio. Give me a second, all right? Give me a quick second. Give me a quick second. I'm back. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? I'm back. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? I'm back. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, everyone. Let's keep smashing that thumbs up, please. I'm trying to stabilize this phone right here. Oh, yeah, okay, Ghost Rider, why are you sad, bro? Why are you sad? Let me know, man. Why are you sad? You've been sad for a while already. I've noticed that. I've noticed you've been sad here in the live stream for a while, man. Why are you sad? Let me know, bro. Let me know. Dr. Jumba says, what happened if you see Optimus Prime at 3 a.m.? Like I said, bro, if he's not trying to kill me, oh, Optimus Prime? I mean, I guess he's a good guy, right? So maybe I wouldn't be that scared. But then again, I would still be kind of weary of him because he's still like a crazy, powerful robot, you know? So yeah, dude, I'd be weary of him. I'd still be weary of him. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, y'all. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there. Did anyone see Jurassic World Rebirth this weekend? Did anyone see Jurassic World Rebirth this weekend? Let me know in the chat. Apple Ricky says, Alice is going to be the only survivor. It's going to be just like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. That's cool, Apple Ricky. I love it. It sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. Dr. Jumba says, Michael Bay is returning. Yes, I know Michael Bay is returning to Transformers. Speaking of Transformers, let's get into it quick. Let's get into some Transformers stuff real quick. Let's get into it. So there's rumors going around. Hey, Dr. Jumba, there's rumors going around that Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox are going to be returning for the new Transformers movie with Michael Bay. So Michael Bay is returning as director, and there's rumors going around that supposedly Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox are coming back as Sam Witwicky, and I forgot his girlfriend's name, honestly. I forgot her name in the movie. But yeah, that sounds pretty cool, though. That sounds awesome, yo. That sounds awesome as hell. But let me see if there's like an article or something on here about that. Yeah. We already read that. Yeah, man, that sounds crazy, yo. That sounds crazy as hell. Let me see what it says right here. Dr. Jumba says, bye, I'm leaving. Bye, I'm leaving. I have fun with fireworks. All right, take care, Dr. Jumba. Take care. So yeah, there's no article on it. There's just a rumor stating that Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox are supposedly gonna be returning for what's it called, for the new Transformers movie. Dr. Jumba says, have you seen Ninja Turtles 2014 live action? I think I've seen that movie. Yeah, wasn't Megan Fox in it as well? Wasn't Megan Fox in it as well? Wasn't Megan Fox in it as well? I don't know why I repeated that. Ghost Rider Reddit says, go to my YouTube community. Hey, Ghost Rider, I got a question for you, bro. Why is your YouTube so hard to find, bro? Why is your YouTube so hard to find? Why is your handle Ghosty? I mean, I understand the Ghosty Edits part, but what's the B4R for? What's the B4R for? You see, every time I look up your channel, it's a challenge, bro. It's a massive challenge because it's not one of those channels that pops up right away. Damn it, Ghost Rider, your channel's, I don't know, bro. Your channel's so hard to find all the time, bro. I don't know why that is. BR4? What does it say? B4R. Why is your handle like that? B4R? Yo, Ghost Rider, I cannot find you, bro. I can't find your channel, bro. I can't find it. I'm never able to find your channel. It's just like an odd name, you know? It's a very odd name. Um, Dr. Jumba says Megatron looks like Shredder. He looks like some kind of machine shredding thing, right? Ghost Shredder says, because I am drowned in sadness. Well, you gotta speak up, bro. Why are you sad? I don't know. I can't like, I don't know. I can't do that. I can't be sad all the time like that. It's just impossible, bro. Like, I could get angry, but I can't be sad all the time. But yeah, I'm still trying to find your channel, bro. I don't know why it's such a hassle to find your channel, honestly. It's really, really, like, the name's really, really, like, let's see, when Ghost Rider edits B4R. Finally, I found it. Well, what do you want? This is what you want to show me, Ghost Rider? Is this what you wanted to show me? Is this what you wanted to show me, Ghost Rider? Apple Ricky says, one scene, Mickey is going to chop off someone's foot with an axe. That sounds great, Apple Ricky. I love that. I love that. Apple Ricky says, there will be a dinner table scene. Mickey will slap Alice on the back of the head like that scene's from Terrifier 3. That's sick. When Sienna's tied up within the living room. But yeah, hey, is this what you wanted to show me, Ghost Rider? This is what I found on your community post. Go fully down to my community posts. Fully down? Wild. I'm all the way there, but nothing loads. I see it, bro. I showed it, but I showed it for a second, but I'm pretty sure no one's really gonna get it. Nah, Ghost Rider, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, did anyone see Jurassic World Rebirth this weekend? Let me know, guys. Did anyone see the new Jurassic World movie? I got to watch it. I'm going to do a short review on it right now in a bit. What time is it? 5:17? I'm going to start on it right now in a few minutes. Like in 2 more minutes. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there. We're almost up to 20, y'all. We're almost up to 20. We're almost up to 20, y'all. We're almost up to 20. Ghost Rider Edit says, how was it? I'm about to get into it, Ghost Rider. I'm about to get into it. Let me see. 5:18. At 5:20, I'll get into it. Apple Ricky says, Mickey would be mocking her while she's screaming, duct tape to the chair, like the scene from Mousetrap. Mickey's mocking the girl behind the door. That sounds awesome, Apple Ricky. Hell yeah. That sounds awesome as heck. That sounds awesome as heck. All right, guys. All right. I should have done this earlier. Final Screen Time says, what's up, bro? I'm so late, I fell asleep. Nah, it's cool, bro. You're early. It's only 5:18. We're just starting. We're just starting for Final Screen Time. Hey, Final Screen Time, when is your friend going to be finished with the scenes? So I can send you my clips. Final Screen Time. When is your friend going to be finished with his scene so I can send you my clips? Ghost Rider says, ask me anything. All right, Ghost Rider. Let me see. What's the best movie you've seen recently? Ghost Rider Edits. What's the best movie you've seen recently? What is the best movie you have seen recently? Ghost Rider, let me know. Apple Ricky says, do you like the crying face with his hands? Yes. It looks cool, right? Yes, I do love it, Apple Ricky. I think it looks awesome. Hell yeah. 5:19. I'm about to get into that. I'm about to do like a little small, like little review of Jurassic World Rebirth. So spoiler ahead, guys. Spoiler ahead. Okay, so I'm about to get into it, all right? So I got to see Jurassic World Rebirth this Saturday. I got to watch it, man. I got to watch it. Apple Ricky says, like, do the crying face. Oh, yeah, we already read that. So, yeah, I got to watch Jurassic World Rebirth this weekend. What is it? I got to watch it on... I think I saw it on Friday. I was gonna say yesterday, no, but I think I saw it on Friday. Yo, bro, and I know there's a lot of people hating on the movie right now. There's a lot of people talking trash and all that stuff, but you know what? I don't care, bro. I don't care because I like the movie. Honestly, I kind of liked it. I saw it as like, I saw it just like a side story, you know, just like a side story, just like the first 3 Jurassic World movies. I just saw those as side stories to the original Jurassic Park trilogy. You know, I just saw them as side stories of what people did in the future after the engine incident. You know, and this is how I see the new Jurassic World movie as well. This is how I see it as well. It's just another side story movie. You know, it's just another popcorn, fun summer movie, bro. It's just another fun summer movie. You know, in my opinion, I don't take Jurassic Park movies so seriously anymore. I took the first one really serious because like the science and the technology in the first one was just groundbreaking and stuff like that. And the second one as well. By the third one, it felt more like, yeah, it started feeling more like a zombie mutation thing, especially with what we found out about the Spinosaurus later on, that it was genetically enhanced and stuff. So yeah. So like I said, I honestly saw, like I said, I saw the, like what I said right now, I saw the Jurassic World trilogy as just side stories, and I see this new Jurassic World Rebirth movie as just a side story. So yeah, spoilers ahead. Critic Chris says, hi Frank, everyone. What's up, Critic Chris? How you doing? How you doing, Critic Chris? Glad to see you here on another live stream here at Horror Sundays, episode 28, bro. Hell yeah, please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Critic Chris? Hell yeah, we're up to 19. Let's get it up to 20, guys. Let's get it up to 20. Critic Chris says, sorry I didn't enjoy Jurassic World Rebirth. It's okay, bro. No worries. Let me just go over my little review before we get into all that stuff. Ghost Rider says, which anime universe would you like to be in? The Dragon Ball Z universe. Dragon Ball Z universe, Ghost Rider. All right, so yeah, we already got someone that didn't like Jurassic World Rebirth. Critic Chris says, I felt Rebirth was a mix of JP3 and Fallen Kingdom. Yes, it did feel like that. Apple Ricky says, I'm so excited to film this, but I gotta cast and buy props and a location. Yup, it takes hard work, Apple Ricky. Making movies is work, bro. It may seem like just some fun stuff that celebrities get to do, but it's a job at the end of the day. Eventually, you'll have acting jobs you don't want to do, you know? That's a job. So yeah, like I said, finally, the Jurassic World Rebirth. Spoilers ahead, guys. So yeah, honestly, like I said, I love Jurassic World Rebirth. I thought it was a fun movie. It was the movie kind of reminded me of Jurassic Park the ride, especially with the little river raft scene with the yellow. Especially the raft was yellow too as well. So yeah, pretty much in the beginning, it's about Scarlett Johansson as Zora Bennett. She's like, I forgot what she was. She's kind of some kind of like mercenary or secret agent or something like that, and the bad guy of the movie, before we know he's the bad guy, but you kind of already know, he hires her to go to these forbidden islands. These islands turn out to be what is it called? These islands turn out to be what is it called? Another testing and breeding facility for the original Jurassic Park from 1993 and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, the movie opens up in 2010. I don't know, they say 2010, some say 2008 because 17 years ago is 2010, 17 years ago yet. I don't know yet, I haven't counted. But yeah, so it opens up like in 2010-ish or whatever, late 2000s, early 2010s. And there's this, the giant T-Rex thing, and, you know, it breaks out of the lab and it eats that fat guy, you know. And then pretty much that was that, you know. That was that. They have clunky 90s, 2000s computers. Everyone's wearing hazmat suits and stuff like that. And yeah, then we cut back to present time with Zora Bennett, and then she's making a deal with this guy that's gonna pay her a lot of money. At first, she's not down or something like that, but then he ends up buying her with the amount of money he's willing to pay her. So she gets a group together. They go to this bar island. They go to this bar island thing where they have like the jaws of a megalodon or a giant great white right there as the bar, you know. And they hire Duncan. I guess he's one of like the mercenaries there on that, like it looks like Jamaica or something, that's Dominican Republic or something like that. Yeah, so they hire him to be the mercenary to go with them to help out and stuff like that. They get a couple of other army dudes and stuff like that. So they go on the boat and they end up meeting this family that gets attacked by the mosasaur, and their boat ends up flipping over. And don't get me wrong, the water scenes with the mosasaur felt like Jaws, yo. They felt like Jaws, especially when their boat flips over, the Hispanic family, their boat flips over and it's red on the bottom like in Jaws 2, and they're all hanging, what is it? They're all sitting on top of the flipped over boat, like in Jaws 2. So yeah, they send out a radio call because they saved the radio and stuff like that. What is it called? And Zora Bennett and her team hear it, and they're like 28 miles away or something like that, or something closer. And they go and pick them up. And next thing you know, the Spinosaurus that were stalking the family also, they turn up and they're helping out the Mosasaurus. What's it called? what is it called? Try to turn over the boat, you know? So it's the Spinosaurus and the Mosasaur. I honestly thought there was gonna be a megalodon, a shark, because in the trailer it looked like there was a shark fin in the water. That would have been cool. So yeah, the Mosasaur and the freaking Spinosaurus, they crash the boat. The Hispanic family jumps out of the water and they get lost somewhere on the island. And then Zora Bennett and her team, they crash on the beach and stuff. And once they also save a bunch of equipment they needed to get the DNA and stuff like that. So yeah, they crash land on the beach. Next thing you know, what is it called? Oh yeah, well, one of the Spinosaurus eats one of the guys on the boat before they crash. One of the white guys that he's out shooting at it. Then he eats one of the chicks, the Spinosaurus. He eats one of the girls that's part of the team. That's part of the team with Zora Bennett and Duncan and his crew like that and stuff like that. So yeah, they crash and then everyone is separated. So Zora Bennett and her team are gathering up their equipment to go get the the DNA samples and stuff like that. So they split off and then the family ends up in some cave and stuff like that. And they end up seeing like a bunch of like Brachiosauruses and stuff like that eating in the distance. The whole Jurassic Park thing, you know. It's a cool movie, dude. It's adventurous. I thought it was fun. There's the scene where they're going in the water through the swamp, and then they get out, and the snake almost gets Dr. Henry Loomis. I'll trip out. There's now a Dr. Loomis in the Jurassic Park movies as well. Then they end up finding the Gigantosauruses or whatever they were called, and we end up having like a happy Jurassic Park moment, like in the first movie, like da na 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 na, you know, and stuff like that. And then it turns nighttime, and then what's it called? This guy, what is it called? One of the guys from the Hispanic family, the boyfriend of the girl, he ends up going to pee after they're taking turns, you know, they're taking turns, what is it called? Guarding the place from dinosaurs at night. And when he goes to pee, these raptors are about to kill him, but instead it's these flying, like mutated, what is it called? Like bird raptor things and stuff like that. Final screen time says, Critic Chris says, Frank, can people suggest who they want to see in a movie? Yes. Yes, you can, Critic Chris. Final screen time says, after Father Kills, I might move to doing horror 3D animated. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Ghost Rider says, what if we replace sun with the Black Dwarf star? That'll be crazy. I think we would die, though, because we need sunlight. Apple Ricky says, it's based on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Terrifier, Bunny Man, Mask, and Mousetrap. Awesome, Apple. Critic Chris says, is there a Blu-ray cut of Jaws 2 that includes the scene with the shark attacks the helicopter pilot? Nah, I don't think so. Did they even shoot that? Apple Ricky says, when I told my mom about the upcoming Minnie Mouse horror film, she said, it looks cool. That's awesome, Apple Ricky. Hell yeah. I love to hear it. But yeah, anyways, back to this review. Yeah, so what's it called? Everyone ends up walking and stuff like that, and they end up running back into each other. But before that, the family ends up, running into the T-Rex. Into the T-Rex, because they're trying to find some kind of boat to get off the island. And the girl finds one in this abandoned shaft, like military style shaft for engine. She goes inside, and there turns out to be a Dilophosaurus there watching the area, and it's about to attack her. But once it sees the T-Rex roll over while it's asleep, it runs away. Then the girl grabs the inflatable raft, she inflates it. Then the T-Rex sees it, but he walks away from the screen. It goes away to the drinking hole, and they all get on. And then the T-Rex sees them, and then he freaking goes and attacks I think that was the best scene, yo. I think that was the best scene in the movie was the T-Rex. Was the T-Rex in the raft. It felt like Jurassic Park the ride, yo. I've been on Jurassic Park the ride my whole life since I was a kid, and it felt just like that. The raft was yellow and everything. So yeah, the T-Rex goes in the water, and then it ends up going under the water and swimming, you know. And I've actually heard that T-Rexes were able to swim because they had huge legs. They were able to kick with them. So yeah, the T-Rex turns over the raft. They're all like flowing downstream and stuff like that. They end up going through this gap between two rocks. The little girl's still under the raft though and stuff, so the T-Rex bites it and it looks like she dies, but she doesn't. She flows downstream. The T-Rex, you know, pokes his head through the freaking rock, blah, 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 but it doesn't eat her and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, that's when everyone gets reunited and stuff like that. And then the girl says the guy tried to kill her and all that stuff, you know. But he turns out to have a gun, and that's when they find the D-Rex ends up finding them, along with them finding the laboratory that the D-Rex broke out of. Then they're all hiding under the sewer system, hiding from those bird-like raptor things. and then they're hiding in the, what's it called, in the 7-Eleven grocery store, you know. That's crazy. Yeah, this island, it looks like it was being used during the Jurassic Park era. Jurassic, what is it called? Jurassic, the Lost World / Jurassic World era. I think that's where they were genetically. I think that's where they said. I think in the beginning of the movie they said something. That's where they started messing around with genetically modifying dinosaurs. You know, for Jurassic World. So who knows? Probably the original Spinosaurus from JP3 could have been created on those islands from Jurassic World Rebirth. So yeah, they're all fighting the, what's it called, those things and stuff like that. They start shooting at them and killing them. I think Zora Bennett kills one in the sewer system. And then the bad guy of the movie, what's it called? He takes off on that Jurassic Park Jeep and stuff like that, which was awesome. I wish we would have seen more of the vehicles and stuff like that. And I wish we would have seen more raptors, yo. I heard originally the original ending was going to be raptors fighting the what is it called? I heard it was going to be raptors chasing the people and the T-Rex fighting or a Spinosaur or a T-Rex fighting the D-Rex thing. I don't even think the D-Rex dies. What's it called? Yeah, so the D-Rex ends up killing the bad guy, you know, that wants the DNA and stuff like that. He was planning on leaving Zora and everyone there for dead on the island and stuff like that. But yeah, he ends up like, he thinks he was taken off from the facility they were at, but he ends up just going in a circle and he crashes into the D-Rex's foot, or the D-Rex, I think, stomps his hand down and then grabs, knocks him out of the air and grabs him and bites him in half. That was awesome, yo. That was awesome. I love the death scenes that were cool. Like I said, the death scene on the beach with the Spinosaur killing the girl. There was just blood all over the water. The scene where he eats the guy off the boat before they crash. I don't even think we saw any pterodactyls in this. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, also the scenes where they go and get the DNA. That was awesome, too. What is it called? They shoot the mosasaur. They shoot the mosasaur with this like kind of like tranquilizer looking gun. It shoots and it stabs into him. It collects the DNA sample and then it shoots back out into the air. That was awesome. And then it falls down with the little parachute. The scene where they get the I forgot what it was called exactly, the name of the pterodactyl dinosaur, but when they're getting the sample from the eggs and stuff like that, and then they all get pulled down into the canyon, and Dr. Loomis ends up falling into the river below, but the trees and stuff and palm trees broke the fall. You see little compies there. That was awesome as hell too, dude. That was so awesome. Yeah, the movie was fun. I thought it was fun, yo. I thought it was fun movie, honestly. I mean, I thought it was cool. Scarlett looked hot in it. It was pretty fun, bro. And then at the end, what's it called? They all, what is it called? They end up leaving on this like engine style, what is it called? Speed, like this speedboat, like this speeder boat thing, you know? And the D-Rex is chasing them. Also, that guy Duncan, it looks like he sacrifices himself with the classic red Jurassic Park flare, so the people could get away on the boat, and he runs into the jungle along with the D-Rex. But then as they're taking off on the boat, we see the red flare again. He had another one, and he turned it on, and that's when Zora goes back for him, and they take him back, and they turn around, and they get out of the island. What's it called? At the end was cool because it reminded me of the original Jurassic Park. It kind of reminded me of the original Jurassic Park with the whole sunset thing. They had the whole sunset thing going on, but this time they're on a boat, you know? And then they're watching the dolphins skip out of the water, you know, and stuff like that. That was awesome. It was a fun movie. It was a fun movie, right? Yeah, so they got the Mosasaurus. They got that Gigantosaurus, the DNA. What was the other one they needed? What was I forgot what other dinosaur DNA they needed. Yeah, so yeah, I forgot what was the other dinosaur DNA. I know they got Mosasaurus, that Gigantosaurus, because supposedly they needed their DNA. They needed the DNA. Oh yeah, and the pterodactyl one. They needed the DNA because they needed the DNA of the biggest dinosaurs because they had the biggest hearts, and I guess they wanted to use it to cure cancer and stuff like that, you know. And at the end, Zora Bennett and Dr. Loomis are deciding on what to do with the DNA because the bad guy, who orchestrated the mission. He wanted to use it to make money and stuff like that, you know, typical capitalist stuff like that. So they end up donating because they said, let's give it to everyone at the end. So I guess they end up donating it to science, you know. So yeah, it was an awesome movie though. I had fun watching it. It's a good, it's just a good fun blockbuster movie, bro. It's just a good fun summer movie, you know. I love it, bro. It made me want to go. It makes me want to buy a pass to Universal Studios Hollywood. It was a fun movie, yeah. What's it called? Let's see what I missed right here. Apple Ricky said, oh, yeah, Ghost Rider Ed says, what is your favorite planet in the solar system? My favorite planet in the solar system is Mars, bro. Mars. I always like Mars for some reason. The planet Mars. Critic Chris says, yeah, but was only shown on TV airings. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they were deleted scenes. They were deleted scenes, but they only use them on TV airings. Yeah, because they cut them out of the regular movie for time restrictions. Along with Halloween 78, in the TV version, there's scenes of Laurie and the girls in the house hanging out. That was never in the original one. And then there's the scene of Annie on the phone with Linda. That was not in the original movie as well. Apple Ricky says, are you going to watch my Mickey film? Yes, of course. Of course, Apple Ricky, get to work on it, yo. Get to work on it, Apple. We're all waiting for it. Critic Chris says, should other extinct animals be included in the Jurassic World films like saber-toothed tigers, titanoboas, etc.? Critic Chris, the Jurassic World Rebirth had its second woman devoured in the franchise. Awesome. Yeah, I love it. Hell yeah. It was cool. And yeah, honestly, I've always thought about that myself too, Critic Chris. Loki, if they're able to clone dinosaurs in the Jurassic World and Park franchise series, whatever, I'm pretty sure they're able to clone animals that were around even later than the dinosaurs, you know? So yeah, I'm pretty sure eventually Jurassic World will just become prehistoric planet, you know? I think eventually Jurassic World will just become prehistoric planet. Because yeah, like I said, when this new Jurassic World movie was barely getting announced, or I saw the first trailer, I thought they were going to have a megalodon. I thought they were going to have sharks in it, you know? That would have been cool, an ancient shark, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised in the future if you start seeing like woolly mammoths and stuff like that, you know? I wouldn't be surprised, you know? I wouldn't be surprised at all. What if instead of bringing back just dinosaurs, they just start bringing back pretty much all extinct animals, you know? Dodo bird. The dodo bird's kind of like a dinosaur. So yeah, I agree with you right there, Chris. Ghost Rider says, do you know about the Dyson Sphere? The Dyson Sphere, yeah, isn't it some kind of like alien technology that harvests this energy in the solar system, and only what is it called? Only civilizations that reach a certain a certain level of I don't know, intelligence are able to create that. Apple Ricky says, have you seen a Bunny Man Massacre? I think maybe. I'm not too sure, Apple. I think I might have heard that. I think I might have heard about that. Critic Chris says, I can imagine saber-toothed tigers being the new chase like raptors. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Either they could make a new franchise called Prehistoric Park or Prehistoric Planet where they showcase ancient animals like woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, stuff like that, you know? Those giant ostriches that used to live back then. Yeah, that would be cool, bro. That would be cool. But I think it'll work better mixed with dinosaurs, because I think all of them together will pose a big threat to humanity. Apple Ricky says, look it up. All right, hold on. Ghost Rider says, do you know about 7 types of civilizations? Yeah. Isn't it like there's the Greys, there's the Nordics, there's the I forgot what else there was, but there's like these 7 different species of aliens. Hey, Ghost Rider Reddits, since you're trying to quiz me on this, have you heard of the Galactic Federation? Ghost Rider Reddits, have you heard of the Galactic Federation? Or the Galactic or some shit like that. I don't know, I forgot what it was called. It's called the Galactic Federation or what was it called? The Galactic Federation or something. I'll look it up right now when I remember. but it's something along the lines of the Galactic Federation. It's on Wikipedia, bro. You could read this up. And supposedly, what the Galactic Federation means and stuff is that it's supposedly like a treaty or like an agreement between humans and different aliens on to preserve the solar system or something like that. Critic Chris says, I agree. They were big animals. You could have pack attack a T-Rex when two would get killed and the rest would run away from the attack. Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see a T-Rex or a Spino fight a woolly mammoth. That'll be awesome. I would love to see that. Nah, I forgot what it was called though. But yeah, well, hold on, Apple Ricky. I'm gonna look up Bunny Man right now. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Let's get it up to 21. Come on, guys. Let's get it up to 21. Okay, Apple Ricky. Yeah, I think I have seen the movie. I think I have seen this movie like on Sci-Fi. I've seen it like on Sci-Fi or something. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I've seen it on before. I gotta check it out now, though. I gotta check it out now because I plan on making my own like Easter Bunny killer movie as well. I plan on doing that as well. We're gonna get into some movie news right now, guys. Ghost Rider says we are at 0.72 level. Yeah, so we're nowhere near building a Dyson sphere here. We're nowhere near building a Dyson sphere, bro. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. All right, about to get into some Jurassic World Rebirth news. So there's been talks of a sequel already, guys. There's been talks of a sequel already for Jurassic World Rebirth. Right here on NBC.com, it says, what's next after Jurassic World Rebirth? Gareth Edwards on where franchise could go next. Let's see what this says. Every filmmaker can rattle off their personal list of seminal films that inspired them to pursue a career in making movies. If they get really lucky, they might even get the opportunity to add their own chapter to a franchise that meant the most to them. And then there's Jurassic World Rebirth. Director Gareth Edwards, Godzilla, who burst onto the radar of Hollywood back in 2010 with his feature directorial debut, Monsters, a well-reviewed original sci-fi film with scale and emotional story. Monsters also garnered a lot of attention because Edwards kept budget ultra low by taking on the roles of director, screenwriter, cinematographer, production designer, and primary visual effects artist. Related, how is Steven Spielberg involved with Jurassic World Rebirth? Oh no, right here, right. Jurassic World Rebirth, director Gareth Edwards hasn't done a sequel, at least not yet. From the announcement of his hiring in early 2024, the July 2025 release date of Jurassic World Rebirth, Edwards has little more than a year to prep, shoot, and complete post-production of the film. That's an extremely short window to birth a tentpole summer blockbuster. Admittedly, still exhausted from accomplishing that feat, Edwards does want there to be a continuation of this new mythology for the sake of his equally dinosaur-obsessed cast, but he doubts it will be helmed by him. Damn, so he's not even going to do it if they do it. Critic Chris, the big fellas look like it could take on 3 T-Rexes. What, woolly mammoths? Woolly mammoths? Let me know, Critic Chris. Is that what you're referring to? Woolly mammoths fighting T-Rex? Related, Jurassic World Rebirth director on why we love the franchise so much you want to be scared. Okay, here we go. I found it. What would a Jurassic World Rebirth sequel look like? All right, Jurassic World Rebirth certainly leaves the door open for more dinosaur adventures with modern civilization on the forgotten Indian Search Island of Isle St. Hubbard. That's the name of the island in the new movie, Isle St. Hubbard. Would Edwards like to see a series of standalone sequels or prefer a continuation of the adventures of characters in Rebirth, namely Zora Bennett, Scarlett Johansson, Duncan Kincaid, Marshall Alley, and Dr. Henry Loomis, Jonathan Bailey? I hope for Scarlett and Jonathan, everyone, I hope that all happens for them. He said for the characters getting more adventures. Related, the cast and characters of Jurassic World Rebirth explained. So it sounds like they might, but they're saying that, what's it called? Gareth Edwards ain't going to be directing. But as far as, but as a fan, like a lot of people in the world, in my mind, I'm like, you know, what I'd love to see, I would like to see this version of Jurassic, he said, of a very specific idea he's keeping to himself. That's in the back of his head as a fan. Let's hope they do something like what's in the back of my head one day. Who knows how that will happen? But I'm rooting for that. Either way, Edwards is happy with Rebirth. I've been very lucky. If it's one and done, I'm 1,000% cool with that. He said with assurance. Jurassic World Rebirth is now in theaters. All right. So yeah. So there's possibility of a sequel from what I'm reading, but there's also a possibility of Gareth Edwards, the director, not returning for some reason. I don't know. They didn't really specify too much on why. They just said he might not return, but he says, Gareth Edwards, that he hopes to see more stories with Zora Bennett and her crew. You know, that's awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all, yo. Ghost Rider Edit says, so if we want to become a Type 2 civilization, it would take 100 to 200 years. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. So it's been over 100 years since the Titanic sank. Ghost Rider shouldn't. Oh yeah, we need like another 100 years to go. Yeah, we need like another 100 years. Probably like 200 then. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Ghost Rider. You're right. Critic Chris says the big xenomorph like dinosaurs at the end. Yeah. Those they were trying to copy some alien stuff at the end right there, huh? With all of them in that crowded little cross space, and then one of those raptor things with wings goes under and tries to kill them, and then Zora Bennett shoots it. Yeah, it was fun, bro. Yeah, like I said, it kind of reminded me of Jurassic Park 3 mixed with some Lost World and yeah, Fallen Kingdom. In the beginning of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom when they go to the island again. Yeah, so from what I heard is that they freaking just hybrided those 3 movies into one crazy story, you know? That's crazy. Ghost Rider says, would you want to become immortal if you got an offer? No, I would not. Ghost Rider, I would not. I would want my physical body to be gone. Honestly, I want no trace of me left here that's physical. Nothing. I only want my YouTube videos and whatever I've made to still be around. Only digital stuff. I don't want nothing of I want my whole body to be completely gone after death. I don't want to upload my consciousness to a computer or a robot or nothing, bro. I want my natural body and my essence to be one and done once it's over. Critic Chris says, not me. Yeah, me neither. Apple Ricky says, my brother just poured cold water on me. That's messed up, Apple Ricky. Is it hot, though? If it's hot outside, I understand. Hey, Apple Ricky, tell your brother to play Mickey for you or something. Apple Ricky, tell your brother to play Mickey for you or something. Come on. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Come on, let's get it up to 21. Let's get it up to 21, everyone. Come on, let's get it up to 21. So we can get more people here on the live stream. Apple Ricky says, no, inside. Damn, inside the house? Your mom doesn't get mad or what? Your mom doesn't get mad or what, Apple Ricky? Oh, yeah, so, yeah, we got some more movie news right now, guys. We got some more movie news. Ghost Rider says immortality is a curse. It is, bro. It is. You honestly, you do not want to be alive past your point of prime, I believe, you know? I think you want to be one and done once you're old, and you know, bro, not for me, Ghost Rider. Immortality is just too crazy. That's for the gods and stuff, man. Apple Ricky says, yes, when I was eating. Damn, that's crazy. Your brother pranked you. Apple Ricky. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. Let's get a good look at the masks, guys. Let's just look at some masks right here. Look at that. Look at the beautiful masks right there. Look at Hard Eyes right there. Hard Eyes just chilling right there. Hard Ice just chilling right there. Critic Chris says, Apple Ricky, why he do that? Younger brother? I think that's her older brother. Ghost Rider says, but I wouldn't want immortality. Yeah, me neither, Ghost Rider. I'm cool, bro. I just want to live my turn of living, and then once it's time to go, done. Nothing left. Nothing left, bro. Gone. All right, guys. So we got some more movie news right here. So I'm pretty sure, or for those who haven't heard about it yet, there's gonna be a new Godzilla versus King Kong movie. I've been seeing these movies since they came out. Since the first one came out back in 2021 with Millie Bobby Brown, I've been seeing them. The second one was cool too. I think I like the first one more though, with Mega Godzilla or Mecha Godzilla and Ren Zerizawa, the guy who controls them. But yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, right here I'm on wikizilla.org. It says Godzilla versus Kong or Godzilla X Kong Supernova 2027. Who's ready for this? I'm ready for this. Ghost Rider says he wants immortality now. Pick one, bro. You can't have both. So yeah, this is coming in 2027. King Kong X Godzilla Supernova. So let's read about it. Let's read about it. So right here it says Godzilla X King Kong Supernova is an upcoming 2027 American science fiction monster film directed by Grad Sputor, and written by David Calham and Michael Lloyd Green with visual effects by Kelly Port. Currently in production at Legendary Pictures, it will follow up Godzilla vs. King Kong: The New Empire 2024. As the sixth film in the MonsterVerse, it is also currently scheduled to be sixth Hollywood-produced Godzilla film and 39th overall, as well as the 11th live-action King Kong film and 14th overall. Warner Bros. Is set to release the film to American theaters on March 26, 2027. So next, 2 springs from now. 2 springs from now. Well, I mean, yeah, 2 springs from now, kind of. 2 springs from now. Apple Ricky says, it would be worse if it was sofa. If it was on the sofa or soda, yeah. I love soda. You can't just be spilling soda. I'm always drinking soda on here. Look, I recommend you guys drink soda. Soda's good. So yeah, American theaters on March 6, 2027. Kong versus Godzilla drops. Kong versus Godzilla Supernova drops. Development, the possibility of a sixth monster. My bad, guys. Development, the possibility of a sixth MonsterVerse film was first entertained by Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. Director Adam Wingard, while at the latter's red carpet premiere on March 25th, 2024, telling Deadline that he would be open to returning as director. I think the seductive thing as a filmmaker, when you've done 2 movies, is to complete it as a trilogy. It's always what everybody expects. We'll see. It really depends on how the New Empire does. I think there's a lot of really cool ideas we have where we would go with it. I'm open to it and excited for what the future brings. In an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, THR published the next day, Wingard what does it say right here? Retirated. There's always the seduction of making a trilogy out of it, and I think there's some untapped areas to go into. Obviously, I wouldn't make this decision until we see how the New Empire performs at the box office. But I would definitely have some interest in doing another one of these. There's a way to continue to innovate, and as a director, it would be exciting because I would take an different approach next time. Yet another interview was published by IGN March 29, in which Wingard elaborated. I definitely have some ideas of where Godzilla and Kong stories could go. In the way that Kong is treated in the movie The New Empire, if this movie is successful, I think that the next movie will be Godzilla version of what we did with this King Kong, kind of pushing deeper into the story. Damn, that's crazy, yo, that's crazy. On April 8th, THR published a quote from Legendary Pictures chairman of worldwide production, Mary Perrin, who said that of the New Empire's box office success, this is certainly an exciting result. We are in a good position to continue the journey, but let's see how Godzilla versus Kong unfolds. By May 2nd, Legendary was reported eyeing Wingard to direct another MonsterVerse film, but had yet to sign a deal with him, as he had already signed to direct the movie Onslaught for A24. Production for another MonsterVerse installment was officially confirmed May 10th when reported that Legendary had hired Godzilla 2014 storyteller David Callahan to develop a screenplay on May 21st. The outlet reported that Wingard would not direct the film due to the scheduling conflicts with Onslaught. Wingard's departure was described as amicable with Legendary Pictures reportedly open to him returning in the future. On June 6th, I Am Mother and director Grant Sputor was announced to be directing the project. On June 28th, Warner Bros. Announced that it will release the film in theaters on March 26, 2027. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Apple says that was water. That water was freezing cold. Hey, right now, freezing cold water feels good. I take nothing but cold showers right now. Feels awesome. Critic Chris says, is there going to be a sequel to the Cloverfield with the monster? I'm all for it, as long as it's not made like the first film with the shaky cam. Yeah, that would be cool. I'll check that out right now. Apple says, bro, if someone had 3 sons and their names were Jason, Michael, and Damien, that would be sick. Eventually, I want to have kids and name them Jason, Michael, and Freddy. And if I keep having more, I'll just keep naming them all the horror characters. Damien, Leatherface, and all that stuff. Chucky. Yeah, let's finish this article, though. In a brief interview with Inverse published on August 6th, Godzilla vs. Kong star Donna Stevens commented on the potential for his character to return in the sequel. I think there's many more adventures that you could get out of him, so we're just going to have to see. I know they're currently just IDing or whatever the whole next thing. So we'll wait and see if Trapper makes a return or not. In a statement, the Screen Rant published on January 27, 2025, Stevens Godzilla King Kong co-star Rebecca Hall expressed skepticism that she would return. Where am I going into Monsterverse? Nowhere. Apparently no one asked me so. I don't think I'm in the next one. Yeah. Damn, so she doesn't think she's in the next one. That sucks. A few days prior to Hall's interview on January 24, Deadline reported that Caitlin Dever was in negotiations to join the film's cast. It elaborated that according to insiders, Legendary is looking to build on its human characters, and the first logical choice landed on Denver. The article also revealed that the film will involve several new human characters alongside Godzilla and Kong as they face off against a cataclysmic world-ending threat. On January 31st, THR broke news that Stevens had joined negotiations to return in the film. Both actors' deals were finalized on February 19 when it was reported that Jack O'Connell had also joined the cast. He will play the brother of Dever's character. On February 21st, THR exclusively announced the addition of Delroy Lindo, who will play the boss of Dever's character at Monarch. Matthew Modine joined on March 5th with the reported role of military general. Deadline exclusively announced Alcia Debnam carries casting on April 9th. Sam Neill joined on April 15th. That's cool. Sam Neill from Jurassic Park. Awesome. On April 24th, the report by If Magazine revealed numerous key staff members, including co-writer Michael Lloyd Green, VFX supervisor Kelly Port, and composer Henry Jackman. Production at the red carpet premiere of The Last of Us Season 2, Caitlin Denver confirmed principal photography had begun in Queensland, Australia by April 2nd, 2025. A May shoot in Brisbane had the city standing in for London. Filming also expected to take place in Grand County, Utah between July 21st and August 2nd. The first teaser trailer for the film was released on May 9, 2025, revealing its title, including with it was the phone number to 240 Monarch, which can be called to sign up to text for text alerts, report Titan sighting, or hear Titan-related safety instructions. What? I didn't know there was a trailer out already. That's crazy. I did not know there was a trailer out already. That's wild. I gotta check that out. Ghost Rider Ed says, do you know the anime called Bleach? I think so, maybe. Apple Ricky says, Leatherface, Chucky. Why? Because Apple Ricky, Leatherface's real name in the movies is either what is it? In the remake, his name is Thomas. In the 2003 Texas Chainsaw remake, Leatherface's name is Thomas Hewitt. And the original Texas Chainsaw from '74, his name is Bubba Sawyer. So instead of naming my son Bubba, I'll name him Thomas. You know, Thomas like Leatherface. And Chucky, I would name my son Chucky because Usually when someone's named Chucky, it's just a nickname for Charles. Critic Chris says, Frank, would you want a 3D film to ID4? Yeah, that'll be cool. I wouldn't mind. I really hope 3D films make a comeback. I remember 3D films made a comeback like in the 2000s and like 2010s, I think. I think they should really make a comeback, especially with some horror movies. They should make some horror movies in 3D. I think the best 3D movie, horror movie ever done was Friday the 13th, Part 3. Yeah, I can't find nothing on a new Cloverfield. Nothing at all. Nothing. Apple Ricky says, like in those movies, like Critic Chris says, Chucky's real name is made up of 3 killers. Yes, I know. What is it? Charles Manson, Charles Lee Ray, Charles Manson, Lee Harvey Oswald, and Ray something. I forgot his real name. Ray something though. Yeah. Charles Lee Ray from Chucky. His name is made up of 3 real serial killers. Charles Manson, what is it? Lee Harvey Oswald, and Ray something. I forgot his Ray, what the other guy was. But his name is Ray something. Ghost Rider Reddit says, which anime is a better sword anime? Bleach, Vagabond, and Vagabond is a manga, by the way. Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Berserk. Which one, Frank? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I didn't really watch those. I'm telling you, every time I tell you about anime, my go-to anime was Dragon Ball Z mainly, bro. I didn't really get into those, so I wouldn't really know. You know, I wouldn't really know who wins. Ghost Rider. My bad, Ghost Rider. I wouldn't really know who wins because I don't really know those characters. I was mostly just into Dragon Ball Z, bro. It's mostly just into Dragon Ball Z. The other animes that I did mess around with was like, what is it called? Gundam Wing, kind of, and Sailor Moon, kind of a bit. But the main ones I messed around with were basically just Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Avatar: The Last Airbender. Critic Chris says, yeah, I forgot the third one. Wait, there's a third Cloverfield? Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah. But his name is Ray something. Go ahead, it says pick one, just to pick. All right. So I'm just going to go by name. I'm gonna go with Bleach Vagabond. Ghost Rider, I'm going to go with Bleach Vagabond. I'm going to go with Bleach Vagabond, man. I'm going to go with Bleach Vagabond. Hey guys, you know they're also planning on making a new RoboCop movie? I'm about to get into that right now. There's going to be a new RoboCop movie. Who's ready for a new RoboCop movie, y'all? Apple Ricky says, have you seen Children in a Cornfield? Yes, I've seen Children of the Corn, Apple Ricky. I've seen Children of the Corn. Those are classic movies. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, guys. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Let's get it up to 22. Guys. Let's get it up to 22. Critic Chris says, hope it's hard rated R this time. What's hard rated R? Hey, Critic Chris, what were we talking about? I got lost in the train of comments here. What were we talking about? What do you hope is a hard rated R this time? What do you hope is a hard rated R this time? What do you mean? Which movie are we talking about? And like I said, yes, Apple Ricky. RoboCop remake. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm about to read about it right now. Apple Ricky said Isaac is the kid's name, right? Yeah, Isaac. The little kid, he's the one who calls the shots. And then Malachi and the teenagers were like his little Gestapo that did everything for him, you know? So yeah. What was it called? Apple Ricky, yes, Isaac. Isaac was the kid who was in charge. Supposedly God spoke through him, you know? And then Malachi, the guy with the red hair, and the Sai, and the hand sight, and all the other teenagers were like his little Gestapo gang that did everything for him. So yeah, that movie's crazy. I wouldn't mind remaking Children of the Corn. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing a remake of that. That would be cool. That would be cool. A fan film, huh? Children of the Corn fan film. That would be cool. With some modern like updated views on why teenagers and kids hate adults and rules. You know, we haven't had movies like that in a long time where the kids go against the adults and against status quo and stuff like that. Critic Chris Robo Apple Ricky says Isaac, yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're about to get into that RoboCop news, guys. It's gonna be a new RoboCop movie. I can't believe this kind of brushed over. This went over my head. This is from March 19, 2025. Apple Ricky says, didn't people name their kid Isaac after the film, like Damien from the Omen? Yes, Apple Ricky. Both the name Isaac and Damien are names kind of synonymous with evil. Yes, you're right about that, Apple Ricky. That's something the Omen has in common as well with the Children of the Corn, huh? It's a literal kid, you know, that's doing all the crazy stuff. But yeah, that too. The thing with the names, the connection with the names. Yeah, the name Isaac as well is another like dark satanic kind of name, just like Damien, you know. So yeah, let's get into it. MovieWeb.com is reporting. Let me see. Look right here. It says original RoboCop star wants to power up the franchise in Amazon's new reboot. So apparently Amazon is trying to get a new reboot going for RoboCop. I hope it's, dude, if they do this for RoboCop, I hope it's better than that freaking 2014 or 2013 movie that was just horrible, bro. It started off all right, and it just hit the fan hard, man. It started off all right, and it just hit the fan hard. Like I said, they started off with a good updated version of the classic costume, but then they switched over to that freaking Tesla bot car-looking black suit that I did not like. I did not like the storyline. I did not like that it took place in a real futuristic LA, you know, like the old school movies were like they took place in the future, but they still had this like hint of vintage to them still, you know. It was like a vintage future, you know. But yeah, let's read about it though. Let's read about it. Original RoboCop stars on to power up the franchise in Amazon's new reboot. Science fiction icon Peter Weller has offered an exciting response when asked about the upcoming RoboCop reboot. Critic Chris says I prefer RoboCop 3 over the remake when both were PG-13. Yep. I grew up watching the original RoboCop movies with my dad, bro, and I love them, bro. I love them. They were fun. Okay, so yeah, science fiction icon Peter Weller has offered an exciting response when asked about the upcoming RoboCop reboot, which is coming, courtesy of Amazon Prime, and I hope it's a good budget because sometimes Amazon shit be looking whack. Weller first starred as the iconic character, who of course is a part man, part machine, all cop way back in 1987. And has now stated that he would return for the reboot if the script and the money is right. You see, the money has to be right. This movie has to look right. Apple Ricky says, if you did an Omen fan film, who would play Damien? I don't know, Apple Ricky. I don't know. Honestly, don't know if I would do an Omen fan film because I don't really have any like younger cousins that are male or know any kids like that are like, related to me, that I could have play as Damien, you know? So that would be really hard. If I did make a Omen movie, it'd probably be like a reboot style with the girl instead, because I do, here in my house, there's a lot of girls that I could use for the movies, you know? I don't have a lot of boys here. Damien's age, you know? But yeah, the money needs to be right for a RoboCop movie, bro. It's like a Terminator movie. It needs to be right. They're already popping fireworks outside. Following the acquisition of MGM Studios by Amazon back in March 2022, a RoboCop reboot is now in the works with both a movie and television series being discussed. Damn, also a TV series? That's crazy. So listen up, guys. Not only a movie, but a TV series is also being discussed. Speaking with TMZ recently about his new book, Leon Battista Alberti in Exile, Tracing the Path to the first modern book on painting. Weller revealed that he would come back for more crime-fighting action and existential crisis, he said. As far as the RoboCop reboot, I don't know. I would do anything if the script is good and the money's right. Okay, we already read that. And the money's right. I ain't going to North Korea to shoot it. But, you know, if it's a good deal, I'd do it. RoboCop remains one of the... Okay, we already read that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it on that. That's pretty much it on that. So, yeah, they're planning a new RoboCop movie. Like I said, not just a movie, but also a TV series. And like I said, knowing Amazon, sometimes their stuff is hit or miss. I've seen some of their stuff. I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series kind of was not that great, in my opinion. You couldn't even see the killer. All the kills were off screen, and all the deaths was just implied. And then the way they shoot their stuff, it looks so like, it almost looks so like shiny and bright, kind of like the Scream 4 filter. So yeah, I really hope Amazon really puts work into this. Because, man, it could look cheap. It could look cheap. Apple Rick says, my Omen reboot is a little girl. Yeah, you see? So I probably wouldn't even do anything with the Omen, Apple Ricky. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even touch the Omen franchise, if anything, then. It'll be just too complicated for me. Apple Ricky says, what's next? Killer Foods Killer? Pizza will make sense. Like, what? Oh, my pizza killer? That pizza killer I was talking about last time, I was thinking about having like a pizza that has a mouth, and when you open the box, it eats people. A pizza that's alive and kills people. Or how about a hamburger? A hamburger killer that comes alive. A hamburger that comes alive and it starts eating people. Critic Chris says, I wouldn't bother with a TV series. Why not, Critic Chris? Why not? Let me know in the comments. Why not would you not bother with a TV series? Why wouldn't you not bother with a TV series, if I may? Let me rephrase that, yeah. Ghost Rider says, Goku versus Bardock. Goku, man. Goku, bro. Goku. Goku, bro. Goku, obviously. Goku. Goku, because Goku got to get all his powers. Bardock didn't. Bardock, like there's another Dragon Ball Z movie, like one of those those Bardock side stories, and it shows that he became Super Saiyan. But in the original canon, none of the original Saiyans on Planet Vegeta even became Super Saiyan. They all died regularly. So I'm gonna say Goku, bro, Goku, because he got to learn how to become a Super Saiyan. Bardock didn't. Apple Ricky says, what about a killer? Shit. Wait, what? What about a killer shit? It comes out of the toilet and eats faces. That'll be crazy too. Yeah, hey, I've always had a thought about that growing up. Imagine sitting down and something comes out and bites your butt. That'll be crazy. Critic Chris says, I mean, you can't do much with the hour time frame. I feel like they wouldn't be able to do a TV what they're more to do in the films. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I feel like RoboCop, I think it'll work better on a movie because of what do you call it? Of it's faster. RoboCop is an action movie, bro. RoboCop is more action than Terminator. Terminator is more horror still. Especially the first Terminator, that's more horror. But I think RoboCop is more action than horror, honestly. And I think RoboCop works better in movies on the big screen because it's more action-packed, more fast-paced, you know? And when you're working with a TV series, you want to slow things down a bit, you know? And you want to make it more character-driven, you know? You want to have backstory to characters and exposition, you know? You want to be able to explain characters and not just have them for a few scenes and then kill them off, you know? So, yeah, I feel like RoboCop will work better on the big screen in a movie that's more fast-paced and action-packed rather than a TV series that's more slowed down and more character-driven. Yeah, Ghost Rider says, imagine it comes out of the toilet and bites the balls and banana. Damn, bro, what? That's crazy. YK Suki says, what? What's up, YK Suki? How you doing? I haven't seen you here in a while, YK Suki. How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Horror Sundays here at Hollywood Horror Film Club. Please smash the thumbs up. Yes, YK Suki, please smash the thumbs up. Get us up to 23 so more people can join this live stream. Please, YK Suki, please get us up to 23. YK Suki says, "What's up, bro? What's up? How you doing, YK Suki? How you doing? Thank you for smashing the thumbs up. How was your day? How was your day, YK Suki? What you do for 4th of July? If you even live in America, let us know how you spent your weekend." YK Suki says, "How was your last live? What do you mean, gang? Oh, my bad, my bad. My bad, bro, my bad. It's because I forget sometimes, man. I forget. I forget. Apariki says, like some opens the toilet seat, a turd comes out of it, and toilet and attacks the person, laughing my ass off. Like in the movie The Goonies. Watch The Goonies, Apariki. The Goonies. There's some little green monster that comes out of the toilet. YK Suki says, "It was good, bro. What about you?" It was good, bro. It was good. I had fun this weekend. I got to see Jurassic World Rebirth. It was a cool movie. I liked it. It was fun. I did a review for the movie here earlier on the live stream if you want to check it out. Yeah, bro, I had fun to pop fireworks and stuff here in the neighborhood. Ate some good food. Yeah, bro, hell yeah, hell yeah. I enjoyed my weekend. I always do. Hell yeah. YK Suki says, "What the fuck are we talking about?" Oh, we're talking about we're just talking about the RoboCop movie. There's gonna be a new RoboCop movie coming up, also a TV series by Amazon. So yeah, we're just debating on that. Critic Chris says, "Laugh out loud. Just remember a girl giving a guy head takes a knife and cuts it like a hot dog, and I spit on your grave." Oh yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a while. Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah. Also in Terrifier, remember that? Also, a guy gets his private part cut off in Terrifier when he's pissing. When he goes out of the SUV, when they drop off Sienna, when she's wearing like her golden costume or whatever, I think, and he goes outside the parking lot and he pees, and Art just comes by out of nowhere and just slashes that food. Aporiki says, "I would be laughing my ass off." Yeah, that would be funny, right, Apples? That would be funny. That would be funny. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Let's get it up to 24. We're almost up to 24, guys. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Let's get it up to 24. Let's get it up to 24, guys. Let's get it up to 24. Hell yeah, though. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everyone that shows up to my lives, yo. Sometimes I feel like no one's going to be here because I'm not even really that big, but I really appreciate it. You guys could be like anywhere on YouTube, bro. You guys could be anywhere on YouTube, and you're here with me. I appreciate that so much, guys. I appreciate that so much. Critic Chris says, "Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. That topless girl hanging upside down was kinky looking from Terrifier." Oh yeah, that was pretty nice, right? But then when she gets cut in half, that was pretty crazy, huh? When she gets cut in half, that was pretty crazy, bro. But yeah, that looked cool. That looked cool. That scene was cool. I loved it. I loved it. But I think I loved it more when she got cut in half. I love the special effects they used and everything. Apple Ricky says, "What about a killer porta potty? It shorts out shit. That would be cool, right? The door opens like a mouth and it just shoots out shit like it's throwing up. That'll be crazy." YK Suki says, "Bro, what the fuck are y'all talking about?" We're just talking about anything. Hey, YK Suki, we're just talking about anything now. YK Suki says, "Monster coming out the toilet, biting people's balls and shit." Like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we're just thinking of new ideas for horror movies. You gotta remember, horror movies, they have no limits, pretty much. Horror movies have no limits. Horror is always pushing the limits. Horror is always pushing the limits. Horror is always pushing the limits. So we're just thinking of new ways we could push the limits. YK Suki says, "I got one. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got, YK Suki? What do you got for us?" Aporiki says, "It's so funny, right?" Yep. What do you got for us, YK Suki? What's your ideal gory, nasty scene in a movie? Give me a second, guys. I gotta get something for my dogs. They want water. All right, I'm back, guys. I'm back, everyone. I'm back. I'm back. Just had to get some water for my dogs. But yeah. Claudio Flores says Micha Ball. What is Micha Ball? And what's up, Claudio Flores? If you're a horror fan, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a horror movie fan, like and subscribe. My name is Frank. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club Horror Sundays, episode 28. Please smash the thumbs up right there, whoever's new. Let's get it up to 25, yo. Let's get it up to 25. Critic Chris says, Frank, idea for kills for your films. Take inspiration from that TV show, A Thousand Ways to Die. Hey, yeah, I used to watch that show growing up. I still remember a few of them. That stood out. Cosplayzano says, what's up, Frank and everyone? How's your Sunday? What's up, Cosplayzano? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Glad to see you here on the live stream on another Horror Sundays here at Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today is episode 28, Horror Sundays, bro. Please smash the thumbs up if you haven't already, Cosplayzano. Whoever hasn't smashed the thumbs up, smash it now, guys. Come on. And my Sunday's great, bro. My Sunday is going great. My weekend was great. Everything was awesome. There was no filming, unfortunately, for Friday the 13th fan film this weekend because of 4th of July, where everyone took the day off. But we'll be back for filming this upcoming weekend for the next Friday fan film we got coming up. Hey, I got to see you're doing okay, Cosplay. Glad to see you're alive and well. YK Suki says, a movie where there's a mist and it goes into people's bodies and makes them kill themselves and takes over as them. Hey, that's cool. That's original. That's original, YK. That's actually badass. That's actually a badass concept right there. YK Suki says, kind of like Slime. Also kind of like the Happening. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called The Happening with Mark Wahlberg, but that's kind of similar to what you said right now. There's like this airborne virus that's going around and it's making people commit suicide and stuff like that. And then the animals are attacking people. Check it out. It's kind of similar to your movie though. Cosplayzano says, A Thousand Ways to Die and Scared was my top shows. A Thousand Ways to Die and what, Beyond Scared Straight or Scared was my favorite shows. Yeah, those were good shows. I love A Thousand Ways to Die. That was a fun ass show to watch, bro. That was cool as hell. On Spike TV. Who remembers Spike TV? Cosplayzano said hi. What's up, Cosplay? How you doing? Or if you're not, or who are you saying hi to? Scenes in my short film will remind you of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 74 and Terrifier 3. Just you wait. I can't wait, Apple Ricky. You better start talking to your friends and getting a cast together. Critic Chris says, Final Destination movies took ideas for kills for that show. I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised because they're all like kind of like real life stuff, you know? YK Suki says, not very original. It's there, though. It's there. Critic Chris says, Frank, what about a modern horror take on Jack the Ripper? Yeah, that would be awesome, too, right? That would be awesome as hell, right? But I don't think Jack the Ripper would work in modern times, bro. Because the whole allure of Jack the Ripper is that we don't even know who he was, you know? We don't even know who he was, you know? So I don't know about in modern times, though. Because we have too much technology to track killers down now. It's so easy, you know? But I would definitely like to do a Jack the Ripper movie in the style of like Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow, you know? Where we have some kind of constable and some kind of paranormal detective who arrives in town investigating the serial killings, you know? And I would love it for it to take place in like the 1600s or whatever, you know, with all the costumes and all like the Gothic architecture. I would kind of like the new Nosferatu, you know, kind of like that. So yeah, I would love to do a Jack the Ripper movie. Hell yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. A modern take that I wouldn't mind doing though. A modern take that I wouldn't mind doing that's similar. Critic Chris would be Phantom of the Opera. I wouldn't mind doing a modern take of Phantom of the Opera. That would be something I wouldn't mind doing. Critic Chris says, Frank, what about him? YK Suki says, or kind of like Bird Box. Yeah, that too. YK. Costanzano says, my dad is a good, just ate some snacks. It's a cheat day for me. Awesome, bro. Awesome. It's always a cheat day for me because I don't even gain any weight, bro. I eat very unhealthy, and I love it. Costanzano says, Chris Angel's Mind Freak was a good show. Yeah, that was a trip, too, that show. It was weird. YK Suki says, Face Rugs, that is wild, bro. Face Rugs, that is wild. YK Suki says, why do you time him out? I didn't time him out. I didn't time him out. It was one of my it was one of my moderators. It was one of my moderators. They were probably not on topic or something. YK Suki says, why do you time him out? I didn't, bro. I didn't. It was probably one of the moderators. I didn't even see any message from that any messages from that person. Critic Chris says, that's beauty. You can make the character however you want, and it could take place back then. When I said modern, I didn't mean 21st century. Oh, okay. I get you. I get you now, bro. I get you. YK Suki says, it's a cheat day for me every day. Me too, huh? Apple Ricky says, Mickey Massacre will be insane. Hell yeah. Get to work on it, Apple. We're waiting for it already. YK Suki says, cheat. YK Suki says, all he said was he looked like a FaZe Rug's dad. YK Suki says, it was Apple Ricky. I don't know. Ask Apple Ricky. I don't know. I didn't even see the messages from that person. Apple Ricky says, I'm just casting right now. Better get to it. Better get to it. Ask your friends around in school. Ask the people in your acting class and everything. Ask people who don't act. Sometimes people who don't act end up being good actors. Sometimes non-actors can be good actors, yo. I use a lot of non-actors, and they end up surprising me every time, bro. I'm like, bro, you can act, you just don't know it. YK Suki says, but it was for no reason. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what the conversation, I don't know what was going on. I didn't even see the person's messages, so I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what was going on. I don't even know what was going on. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, guys. Let's get it up to 26. Let's get it up to 26, guys. Let's get it up to 26. We're almost there. Some more people could join us here on the live stream. Let's get it up to 26, guys. Critic Chris says, Frank, from what little I've read, a Jack the Ripper could be gory because what he did to women was grotesque. He cut them up awful. You know, yeah. He pretty much decapitated one. YK Suki says all he said was that you look like a FaZe Rug's dad. And she timed him out. That's not even bad. Hey, well I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I didn't time him out, you know. I didn't time him out, so I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even take offense to that. I didn't even take offense to that. You can't just false tumor like that. Hey, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know it. You can't just false time out like that. Dude, I didn't time him out, bro. What are you not listening? I didn't time him out. It was Apple Ricky. That was Apple Ricky. That's abusing your mod powers. Dude, I didn't time him out. I'm the show host. I'm not even a moderator. I'm the show host. I didn't time him out. I didn't even take offense to what he said. I didn't even take offense to what he said. I didn't even know who FaZe Rugs is. I didn't even know who FaZe Rugs was. YK Suki says, I'm talking about Apple Ricky. Oh, well, yeah, make it more specific. YK Suki says, calm down. It was on topic. YK Suki, okay, but that doesn't have. All right, guys, all right, forget about it. Forget about it. So we have this rule here. We have this rule here that when people are off topic, we have this rule here on my channel that when people are off topic, then the moderators could time them out or kick them out. All right? So Apple Ricky was just following orders, you know? But yeah. Come on, guys. Look, if we're going to start timing people out, if we're going to start timing each other out like that, then I'm going to start taking moderator powers away from people then. We got to keep it chill with the... Dude, we're supposed to be a community here, not going against each other, you know? That's going against each other. Apple Ricky made a mistake. Yeah, she'll learn from it. But we can't use the moderating timeout powers on each other, bro. This is our community here. The moderating timing out powers are for people that aren't part of the community and are here talking and are not on topic. Critic Chris says, Frank, in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, what was with that guy's face being red? With who? With what guy's face being red? In the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Wait, I forgot who had the red face. YK Suki's only because it was a false timeout. Well, you guys gotta stop with the timeouts, bro. We're not supposed to use the timeouts on each other. The timeouts are for people that are not part of the community, and we kick them out. Cosplay's honest says Apple Ricky did timeout for no reason, but I understand you, Frank. Critic Chris says the brother forgot his name with the razor. Oh, the hitchhiker. The hitchhiker. I don't know. Honestly, I don't which brother though? There's two brothers. There's two brothers. There's the brother Franklin, the guy on the wheelchair, and there's Leatherface's brother. Critic Chris, which brother? There's Franklin on the wheelchair, and there's Leatherface's brother. Okay, hitchhiker. Yeah. I forgot. Wasn't the red on him blood or something? Doesn't he cut his hand or something? YK Sugi says, watch her come back and time me out. Well, I mean, yeah, what do you think is gonna happen? Hey, that's it though, guys. If you guys are gonna start with the timing out shit like that on each other, I'm just gonna have one moderator. I'm just gonna have one moderator, and that's gonna be just me and someone else I trust, all right? So you guys better kick it with all the timing out each other. You guys can't be using the timeouts on each other, bro. This is our community. You're supposed to use it on the people coming in that are not part of the community. You're supposed to use it on them, you know? So yeah, this is the last time I want to see this kind of shit. But yeah, dude. Why was his face red? I remember he cuts his hand in the van, right? And then when they kick him out of the van, he marks the van with blood as well. Critic Chris says, I watched Leatherface and noticed his face had the red mark. Yeah, I forgot, bro. I don't remember why. Cosplay's Honest says, Critic Chris, you're going to watch I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm going to watch that. Hell yeah, I'm going to watch that. YK Suki says, you trust me, right? Yes, I do, YK. I trust everyone here, bro. I trust everyone. Just we all got to keep, we all got to keep our community, you know what? We gotta keep a lookout on our community, you know? Gotta keep a lookout on us right here that join up every week here. Cosplay's Honest says, I'm doing my mod job right, bro. Yeah. Like I said, bro, you only kick out people here on the channel, on the live streams. We only kick out people when they come on here trolling, which I understand why Apple Ricky probably kicked that person out, because that kind of seemed like trolling, you know? Saying that I look like FaZe, whatever. So yeah, because that's one of my rules to kick out trolls. Apple Ricky probably acted on that thinking that was a troll, you know? So she made a mistake too, you know? But yeah, you don't kick out people here unless they're trolling or off topic. So if they're talking about things that are not horror related, movie related, nerd, anything that has to do with movies, you kick them out. If they're asking for advice on girlfriends or love, kick them out. If they're asking political stuff, you kick them out, you know? Okay? And if they're trolling me, you kick them out, you know? So I could understand why Apple Ricky also kicked them out, because she was acting on the rule that says you kick out trolls. And I've had people on here come on here before, troll me and say I look like this and I look ugly and stuff like that, you know? So yeah. Let me see. Critic Chris says him. Yes, I will. Cosplay's Auto says, Critic Chris, hell yeah. Wakisuki says, no trolling. Yes, no trolling. So yeah, Apple Ricky was just doing her job, bro. Critic Chris says him. I wonder if JLH and Freddy will make it or be killed. Yeah, YK Suki said, of course they'll ask you for advice, bro. Like, yeah, dude, I don't like that. That's weird. We gotta keep, Yeah, YK Suki. So remember, those are the people you kick out. People asking for a dating advice, people asking for political advice, people asking for just anything that's not related to movies, you kick them out, all right? Or people that are trolling here, just making fun of me and stuff like that, which I don't care, I think it's funny. But yeah, you just kick those people out. YK Suki says, well, how do I untime them out? I think I could do that. Let me see. All right, YK Suki. To time out Apple Ricky, YK Suki, listen up. To time out Apple Ricky, go back up to her name and click on it and click and scroll down and put timeout. Hey, YK Suki, like I said, to untime out Apple Ricky, go back and click her name on it. Go click her name where you timed her out and untime her out. Click her name again, and it should say on the bottom to untime out. Critic Chris says, him, same here. I read Carla might be, but hold on, guys. No. YK Suki. No, untime her out already. Take her off a timeout already, bro. Take her off a timeout so she could enjoy the rest of the stream. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Critic Chris says, same here. I read Carla might, but I don't know. Jose Gomez says, hello, Frank. I watched John Carpenter, Body Bags, 1993. Very funny movie. Awesome. That's a classic movie. And glad to see you here again, Jose Gomez, on another live stream here at Horror. What is it? I forgot what we're calling it. What is it? Hollywood Horror Film Club. Horror Sundays, episode 28, bro. Glad to see you here again. Hell yeah, glad to see you enjoying a movie, bro. Enjoying a movie and enjoying some food. Hell yeah, glad to hear you're doing well. Jose Gomez, glad to hear you're alive and with us here another week. Cosplay Zano, retracted message. Apple Ricky. YK Suki, okay, I did 10 seconds. Cosplay Zano says, nothing to make fun of about you, Frank, because you're cool as fuck. Oh, yeah, but there's just trolls and stuff, Naturally, there's just trolls on the internet, so people are just going to do that, It doesn't bother me, bro, because I've been through worse, but it's natural, it's normal, it's the internet, so there's going to be trolls, Yeah, so those are the people you kick out. Cosplay Zano says, nothing to make fun of you about, Frank, because you're cool as fuck. And thank you so much, Cosplay. I appreciate that. YK Suki, now in 10 seconds, we good. YK Suki, it takes away from the 5 minutes. All right. YK Suki, so now it's only 10. Apple Ricky says, I didn't do anything. I was doing my job. Now I feel ashamed. I came out on this live to laugh. I come on this live to laugh and have fun. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's why I tell everyone we got to keep it chill. We got to keep it chill. We gotta not use the, what is it called, the timing out power on us here on the community. The timeout is only for people that are not part of the community, that are just trolling or off topic. So only people that are off topic or trolling here on the channel get timed out. The channel members do not get timed out ever. Remember that, guys. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. That channel members do not get timed out. Only people here trolling and that are off topic and that are not channel members get timed out. Apple Ricky says, no drama. Yeah, no drama, please, guys. Critic Chris says, Carla played a big role. It'd be a mistake not to have her in. In what? What are we talking about, Cosplay? I got kind of lost in all this drama. YK Suki, there isn't an untimeout. YK Suki, let's just all chill out and talk about horror. YK Suki says, I apologize. It's all good. No worries, YK Suki. Let's just chill. Critic Chris says, agreed. Just the 3 of them being last survivors. Cosplay Zano says, Critic Chris, exactly, bro, but we shall see. Critic Chris says, forgive and forget. Yes, Apple Ricky, another mod accused me. I misunderstand a lot. I want to have fun here. Yes, guys. Yes, let's keep it fun. These live streams are always meant to have fun, bro. Have fun. YK Suki says the only way I get kicked out is if we do something bad. I think yes, only something bad. Like I said, only if they're off topic, or asking for dating advice or just trolling. Then you kick those people out. Channel members do not get kicked out. Castellano says Carla in the original. I know what you did last summer, Frank. Oh yeah. I remember now. I remember now. Yeah, I remember now. Hell yeah, bro. She's gonna be sick. Yeah, I think. Is she gonna come out? I think. I think she is. She's gonna come out now in the new one. Critic Chris Carla from I still know what you. Oh, I still know what you did last summer. Yeah. Is she gonna come out in the new one? YK Suki, thoughts on Billy Loomis? I love Billy Loomis. He's cool. I love them. I have my hair. My hair is styled like his, but I don't got it fixed up right now. But look, my hair is like his though. I just don't have it gelled up like he does. YK Suki says, or Skeet Ulrich. Yeah, Skeet Ulrich's cool. Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. Apple Ricky says, anyways, I want a Teletubbies horror movie. Yes, that would be cool too, right? That would be cool. But Teletubbies isn't nearly old enough for it to go into public domain yet. Teletubbies is only like about I don't know, like 23, 24 years old, I think. So it's nowhere near public domain yet. So it's going to be a while before that. Cosplay Sano retracted his message. Cosplay Sano says, I hope Carla comes back. Yeah, right? I hope so too, bro. Also, yeah, Carla from what I know what you did last summer. I always confused Carla and Brenda, bro. Carla and Brenda from Scary Movie. I always confuse them both, bro. Carla and Brenda from Scary Movie, and I know what you did last summer. Aporeki says, YK Suki, I'm not timing you out because I'm not that person. That's good, guys. That's good, Aporeki. Just forget about it. Just forget about it already. Yeah, just forget about it. Enough with that drama. Remember, guys, only time out people who are off topic, talking politics, dating advice, or trolling, only kick those people out. Channel members are not allowed to get timed out. Let's hear that one more time. Channel members are not allowed to get timed out. Aporeki says, I'm not that person that always gets revenge. I want teamwork, not rivalry. That's right. That's what I like to hear. So, yeah, that's awesome, though. That's awesome, guys. But, yeah, I know what you did last summer. That's going to be dropping, I think, in 2 weeks. I'm going to sit my ass in the theater and watch the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. Anyway, YK Suki, and maybe spamming. That's a big maybe. Yeah, but who's going to go see I Know What You Did Last Summer? YK Suki says there are usually little kids that spam. Yeah, that's what I mean. Only kick people out like that. Castellano says, I was scared of Teletubbies as a kid. I had a theory about them. They kidnap kids and eat them. Ain't that much smiling in the world. Yeah, you could definitely make some scary horror movies out of Teletubbies, definitely. But like I said, they're so far off from public domain still. That's not going to happen for a while, though. Castellano retracted his message. Why, Cosplay? Kirk Learn says, I want to see the movie as well. I know what you did last summer. Yes, I can't wait. Bro, like 2 more weeks, I think. 2 more weeks. It feels like when Scream 2022 was going to come out. Like I keep saying, the trailer has so many like nuances and similarities to Scream 2022. Like the shots are even similar. Like the first trailer that came out, the shots were similar to the first Scream 2022 trailer that dropped. Hell yeah, bro. Like I keep saying, I wish Fun World would prioritize I Know What You Did Last Summer more and make costumes, make the costumes. I really want an official Fun World I Know What You Did Last Summer costume, yo. I really do. Apple Ricky, retracted message. Critic Chris says, wish Scream 7 was out this year. It's almost here, though. It's almost here. We're already in July. Next month's August, then September, and the fall hits in. Then February 26, 2026 it comes out. We're almost there. YK Suki says, guys. Cosplay Zano says, I'm going to see I Know What You Did Last Summer. Hell yeah, me too, man. I'm ready for that shit. Hell yeah. YK Suki says, isn't it wild that we got World War III for Scream 7 and GTA 6? Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is, bro. Hell yeah, it is. It feels crazy, right? Kirk Learn says, or they should make I Know What You Did Last Summer series. That could work too. Anything that, like, honestly, Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer works perfectly as TV series as well because it's really character driven, you know? It's really character driven. So you get a lot of exposition from characters, you know, and stuff like that. Versus the movies, you only get a small amount of time with them because you got to get through the runtime of 1 hour or 2 hours, you know? So yeah, a TV series really works for Screaming I Know What You Did Last Summer because it's all about drama mixed in with some horror, you know? YK Suki says, it won't happen. Cosplayzano says, what won't happen? The Teletubbies horror movie? Aporiki says, I never cared for Teletubbies as a kid. I thought they were creepy. I wasn't scared of them. I was like watching the show. I was kind of into it for a while. It was honestly, like when I saw Teletubbies growing up as a kid, like looking back, there was something off about them that I couldn't put my finger on at the time. But looking back as an adult, they're just creepy, huh? They're creepy, like little, like almost like baby, like baby adults, like I don't know what they were. They were like baby adults, like they were babies with adult bodies and really huge heads. So it was just something weird, huh? YK Suki says, what won't happen? I don't know. People talk about we were talking about the freaking Teletubbies horror series or something. Critic Chris says, where's the Friday the 13th series gonna stream at? Peacock. The Friday the 13th TV series will stream on Peacock. Also, my Friday the 13th fan film should be dropping next month in August. I'm gonna get a trailer cut soon in the next. I'll probably start cutting a trailer tomorrow. I'll start cutting my first teaser trailer tomorrow for Friday the 13th. My fan film. Hell yeah, it's gonna be sick, yo. It's gonna be sick. We also got a Friday the 13th fan film coming up. We're almost done shooting too. We got 3 more day shoots and 1 night shoot left. We got 3 day shoots and 1 night shoot left. Aporiki says, I was like, watching it, like confused or what? Aporiki says, what about a Barney horror film? That'll be cool too. But Barney is not old enough either to be in the public domain yet, Aporiki. Barney is probably like, I don't know, like 30, 40 something years old still. So it still has a minute before it enters public domain. So we won't see any horror Barney for a while. Anything that came out in the 90s or 80s still has a while before it enters public domain. Kirk Learn says, do you need to make a movie called These Nuts? Do you need to make a movie called These Nuts? Hey, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, bro. It would be a comedy, honestly. It sounds like a comedy. I remember back when Trump's was first gonna run in 2016. My brother and his friends were saying on Instagram, "Who you voting for? These nuts." I remember that. Yeah, that sounds actually good, bro. These nuts. It'll be like a comedy about, like, I don't know, probably some stoners or something. I'm gonna explore other genres of film as well eventually. Comedy for sure too. Comedy for sure too. Cosplayzano says, Critic Chris, they playing in our faces with the Friday 13th TV series. Been saying that it'll come out for ages. They're actually filming it already though. Cosplayzano, they're actually shooting it already though. It's actually filming already. I think on Horror Talk Wednesdays I showed the first picture of the actress that's playing Pamela Voorhees. Cosplayzano, I think you were here on Horror Talk Wednesdays. I showed the first look of Pamela Voorhees in the TV series, and then I think a week before that, I also read an article and it showed the production slate, and it was called Mama's Boy. For the Friday the 13th TV series, they're calling it Mama's Boy to keep it undercover. Critic Chris says it's a prequel series to the old Paramount films, right? I mean, if it is, I'm hoping they stay in the continuity, bro. I'm hoping. If anything, honestly, I think it'll work better if it was a prequel to the 2009 movie. Honestly, really believe it would suit it better to be a prequel to the 2009 movie instead. Because if it's gonna be a prequel to the 80s movies and stuff, then they're gonna have to really make it look vintage and all that stuff, you know, especially if we're only gonna be in the past for a little bit and then go into the future into 2025, you know, if we get to see adult Jason and all that, you know, in 2025, I think it should be a prequel to the 2009 movie. Honestly, think it'll suit it better if it's a prequel to the 2009 movie. But then the downside to that as well is that the 2009 movie only had one movie, and then you don't have a lot of history with Jay. Or you can make up a bunch of history though. We only had one movie in the 2009 reboot, but in the beginning of the movie, it shows that Jason saw his mom get killed in 1980. So Jason has been killing since 1980 all the way up to 2009. So there's storylines we could explore in there up to 2025 that weren't mentioned in the 2009 one. Kirk Lawrence says, wait, hold on, let me see. I got kind of lost. YK Suki says, "I'm gonna check out one of your fan films right now. I'll be right back, bro. Go for it, bro. You'll enjoy them. Watch The Clown. YK Suki, watch The Clown." Cosplayzano says, "What do you think about an asymmetrical Scream horror movie? Asymmetrical? I don't care, bro. As long as it's done good, I don't really care, bro. As long as there's good death scenes, good character development." Yeah, bro, and good chase scenes and a good looking Ghostface. I'm all for it. Apple Ricky says, "I told my friends on about mini horror movies. She said Mickey's not public domain. I said yes, he is. He's over 100. Yup, she's totally wrong. And your aunt's probably been around longer than me, and she doesn't know that." Critic Chris says, "Pamela Voorhees was greatly casted." Yes, she was. She actually looks kind of hot. The chick they casted as her. Kirk Lur says, "Do you like Apple Jack cereal?" Yes, bro. Hell yeah, that's a 90s kid cereal. I grew up eating that shit. Hell yeah, I love Apple Jacks. Gotta have my pop. Also, Corn Pops. I mistaked Apple Jacks and Corn Pops. Gotta have my pops. YK Suki says, "Bro, where's the freaking Squid Game fan film? You gotta make one, bro. That's gonna be kind of hard, bro. That one will be kind of hard, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, because the sets are elaborate. And then, you know, you need a lot of Asian, like, cast members and stuff. Well, you don't, but, and then the costumes, like, I would have to spend a gang of money on those same looking costumes. That one would be kind of tricky. That one would be kind of tricky. That's why I make slashers and horror more, because it's easier. Oh, yeah, Squid Game is kind of like horror adjacent, but and it'll be kind of harder for me, honestly. Castellano says, "I must have been ideal when you showed the Friday the 13th series photo." Yes, it was. It was cool, bro. I loved it. It was awesome. Critic Chris says, "I can see it work better towards the remake." I agree. Right, Critic Chris? Critic Chris, you understand? Oh, hell yeah. Critic Chris, you're right. Oh, you're right, Critic Chris. You see the vision I see, right? I think it would work better as a prequel to the reboot movie. It would work way better, especially if we're only going to be in the 50s for a bit up until Jason drowns and Mrs. Voorhees is original massacre. If in the Friday the 13th TV series we're gonna head into the future to 2025, then all the cameras are gonna look sleek and super shiny and HD. So I think it will work better for the 2009 reboot. Although the 2009 reboot was shot on film, I thought it was shot on digital now, but they were shooting on film even in 2009 still. Film was still like the main source of filmmaking. But yeah, they did digitize the film a bit, I could tell. So yeah, it would work better for the reboot. I feel like this prequel series would work better in the universe of the reboot. Apple Ricky says, "Nah, Squid Game is not really horror. It's boring." That's what I kind of said. It's kind of more drama and stuff. YK Suki says, "Not horror, but can be." Yeah, there's like freaky, like weird stuff that happens in it. Cosplayzano, retracted message. Cosplayzano says, "I love Stranger Things movie." A Stranger Things movie? You'd love a Stranger? Hey, that could be cool, right? Honestly, I could actually see I could picture what a Stranger Things movie would look like. Like not a TV series, but a Stranger Things movie. like especially with the Fear Street movies, and they would copy the format of the Fear Street movies, I feel like a Stranger Things movie could work if they would copy the format of the Fear Street ones. Definitely could work. Critic Chris says, I probably prefer 80s version be left on its own. Yep, totally right. Totally. Unless one day they decide to make an official sequel to Jason Takes Manhattan. Dude, imagine that. Unless one day they decide to make an official sequel to Jason Takes Manhattan. Imagine one day everyone is so freaking nostalgic for vintage freaking 80s, 90s, 70s styles movies that they end up making a sequel to Jason Takes Manhattan. Bro, that's the only way I would want them to revive the original Friday the 13th Paramount series. Is if they made a Friday the 13th Part 9. Imagine that shit, dog. Bring back freaking bring back Chris Higgins. Chris Higgins or the girl who survives in Part 2. One of them. Bring back one of them. Laurie Strode 2018 style. You know? Imagine, that would be sick, bro. That's the only way I would want the original Paramount Friday the 13th series to come back, is if they did a Friday the 13th Part 9. A sequel to Jason Takes Manhattan. Ghost Rider Edit says, I'm back. What's up, Ghost Rider? Where were you, bro? Where were you? Did you go eat or something? Did you fall asleep? Constantino says, hey, Ghost Rider Edits. Kirk Learn says, if I was inside a scary movie, where you watch that movie? Wait, what? If I was inside a scary movie, where you watch that movie? I don't understand you, Kirk Learn. Kirk Learn says, I watched all the Squid Games episodes. They were good. That's awesome, Kirk Learn. Kirk Learn, I don't understand this question here. If I was inside a scary movie, where would you watch that movie? I don't understand. Critic Chris says, I remember eating Ghostbusters cereal, Batman cereal. I'm that old. Yeah, that's crazy. I remember eating Batman versus Mr. Freeze cereal. I remember that cereal because I was born early 90s. So Batman Tim Burns came out, 89? And then Batman Tim Burns sequel came out like 92? So I was a baby still. So I don't remember Batman cereal until Arnold Schwarzenegger and George Clooney were in the Batman movies, like 97, 98 or whatever. I'm that old too, bro. Kirk Lawrence says, I watch all the Squid. Oh, I read that. Apple Ricky says, is Goofy, Pluto, and Donald public domain? Yes, all that Disney stuff. All that old school Disney stuff is public domain already. Constantino says, anyone here watches Stranger Things? Yes, sometimes. Yeah, I'm going to watch the final season. I watched the season 4 or 3, the one with Eddie Munson. That's the last one I watched. Ghost Rider Reddit says, Pinhead versus Pyramid. Who would win? Pinhead. Constantino says, Pinhead because he has Cenobites. Yep. Critic Chris says, any new ones on the new Chucky movie? Nah, nothing on Chucky, man. Nothing at all. Hopefully by this week when Horror Talk Wednesdays comes around, we'll have some new horror movie news. Constantino says, random, but I brought some horror socks the other day. Awesome, bro. That's cool. Anything horror here is welcome. Ghost Rider says, Goku versus Hulk. Who would win? Goku's like a nuclear person, pretty much. Apple Ricky says, imagine we get a Pluto horror movie. That'd be cool, like Cujo. Critic Chris says, I like someone's idea of a Friday the 13th taking place during winter. Yeah, like Never Hike Alone. All right, thank you so much, Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface and Michael Myers Collectors. It's about to be 7. Got to cut the live already. So like I always say, thank you so much for joining me here on the live stream, here on the channel, here on Horror Sundays, episode 28, here on Hollywood Horror Film Club. Like I always say, please smash the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification to be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below. Share these videos with everyone you know. And fan films so we can keep making more horror content here on the channel. If you want to follow me on the Instagram for more horror content, link down in the description of this live. If you'd like to leave a donation to the channel, because sometimes we need fake blood and props and makeup for movies, Cash App link also below in the description of this live stream. If not, just keep smashing the thumbs up, y'all. All right? Apple Ricky says Pluto would be insanely probably. Ghost Rider says, I choose Hulk. Castellano says, take care, Frank. Critic Chris, night, Frank, everyone. Critic Cliff says, I was in the Friday the 13th movie where you're watching me act in that movie. That's awesome. Show me where. Is that true? Show me where. Ghost Rider Ed says, goodbye. Castellano says, night, everyone. Take care, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe and keep smashing the thumbs up. Critic Cliff says, I was in the Friday the 13th movie where you watching me act in that movie. You got to let me know which part if you were really in that movie, bro.